What's up, everybody? It's Big Rock TV, and I'm back with another album review. This time, I'm gonna do the review of Rittz, Top of the Line. Now, this is Ritz's third album on Tech Nine Strange music label. Um, Ritz is from, if you're not familiar with him, he's from Gwinnett County, Georgia. Um, and I personally have been waiting on this album. I'm a fan of Ritz. I've been a fan of him ever since he came here to Oklahoma City, and it was on a Tech Nine tour. I want to say it was a some strange music tour, and I went out and caught him. Great show. If you ever get a chance to see a Tech Nine show, go see it. Um, but anyway, Ritz was there, and it was my first time seeing him in person and hearing him. But I actually realized afterwards that I had heard him on Yellow Wolf's album for Box Chevy, which is one of my favorite songs from Yellow Wolf. But anyway, Ritz was there. I heard some of his music, so I started following him. Went back and got his White Jesus Revival mixtape. Then I bought his first album, Life and Times of Johnny Valiant. Then I got his next album, Next to Nothing. So I was anticipating this album. After the first listen of this album, Top of the Line, I said to myself, this is going to be on this channel. This is going to be the first 5-star album review, right? That was after the first listen. Um, Ever since I said that to myself, I said, nah. Like, I felt like I was trying to find a reason to drop the score. And I've been listening to it off and on, and I would try to come up with reasons like, oh well, I usually like for albums that I consider great to have just 12 songs, 10 to 12 songs to be great because there's no filler and it's just right to the point. And this album has 24, so that it can't be a 5-star album because it has way too many songs. And I talked with my brother, and I talked with a friend of mine, and they told me that's not reason enough to drop a score, especially if you don't have a problem with any of the songs. So I said, damn, I don't have a reason on that one. Okay. I was like, well, maybe the skits on here are too much. Nah, not really. Like, I feel like the skits on here contribute to the tracks that follow them. Then I said to myself, maybe every song's not good. Like, maybe there's some filler songs. Nah, there is not a single whack song on this entire project. There's 18 songs. There's 2 skits, and then there's the outro on the regular part of the album. And then on the album version that I got, I bought it from Google Play Music. There's 24 tracks, so there's 3 bonus tracks after the outro, and all the songs are good. Some are better than others. Like, there's some songs that are just amazing, and then there's the rest of them are just good. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's not a reason for me to drop what I initially thought this album would be, and I don't want to go too long. I'm going to leave the script or the written review in the description here. So if you want to check that out, my full thoughts, check that out there. I'll try to keep this short and not ramble on. But my favorite songs are Pull Up, Inside of the Groove, The Formula, Until We Meet Again, which is Ritz. Until we meet again, excuse me, is Ritz answering a bunch of things, and a lot of the David Banner's question as to where the white rappers were when Mike Brown got shot down. He discusses that in a respectful way. It's not anything dissing David Banner. It's not anything dissing black people or anything. It's just how he felt about it, and it's understandable. And I respect his answer for it. And it was great. And I shouted him out. I went to Twitter and I big upped him, and I felt that track. And then looking back now, it's great, but my favorite song on the album is Nostalgia, and man, I've been through a similar situation as to what he's talking about on this track. I had a dog in 2002. Our family dog, his name was Prince. We had to put him down, and my dad came home and he told me the news. Like, went upstairs to my room, and I closed the door, and I just broke down. I broke down, and Rittz tells a similar story, and it's about him and his lady. They have a dog, and they, you know, love him. That's like their son. And then they go, and the dog, they said he fell, and they thought he just hurt himself, but as it turns out, the dog had cancer in his leg, and basically, you know, they had to put him down, and it was right before Christmas. And it's a horrible situation. It's a horrible story, but the way that Rittz delivers the story, and the way the beat flows with the story, and just everything about the way the song is put together makes it an incredible song. And it is easily my favorite song in this entire album. And it just, you know, the subject matter is a little sad, but it's still a great song. And afterwards, I have a dog now. His name is Wishbone, and yes, he is named after Wishbone from Bone Thugs-n-Harmony. But I called Wishbone in my room, and I gave him a hug, and I like patted his head because I felt that song. I guess as a dog lover, I just related to it, and I thought it was great, man. So easily my favorite song in the album. But at the end of the day, I could not find a reason to drop the score initially of what I thought of the album. I found myself singing many different songs from the album throughout the week, and not just the songs that I had already deemed my favorite, but other tracks, like the songs I was like, okay, that's just good. Next thing you know, I'm singing Looking Back Now. That wasn't one of my favorites. I'm singing the song with Devin Dude. I can't think of the title of it right now. But Devin the Dude delivers a great verse on there. Just great tracks, man. There's not a bad song on here. I really like what Rittz delivered on this album. And I'm going to have to say, for the first time on my channel, I know I haven't done a ton of music reviews, but for this album, Rittz gets the gold. Rittz gets my very first 5-star album review. Top of the line by Rittz. My very first 5-star album review. Rittz brings home the gold. So to me, that means basically, I'm not saying that it's a perfect album, but I'm saying that I don't see anything wrong with it. I definitely recommend this album to you all. I got it from Google Play Music. It has 24 tracks on there. If you get it from Best Buy, you get a few extra bonus songs, so that brings the total to 27 tracks. If you're interested, I would say get it from Best Buy, because you'll get that extra content. But definitely get it. iTunes, Google Play Music, Best Buy, whatever. Wherever you get your music, go get this album. Highly recommend it. 5 stars all day. So anyway, that's it. If you like this review, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't. And if you have any ideas for album reviews that you want me to do, put that down there in the comments section. I'm thinking about changing things up and trying to change from stars and different ratings to make something my own. Kind of thinking championships. Let me know what you guys think of that. Shoot me your ideas. And I'll holler at y'all in the next video. Peace.